I was in 5th grade, the opportunity came if I wanted to join the band or not, and a lot of the kids were doing it. I was one of the last to join because I thought, I had a lot of fears going in. It was something I'd never really thought about before. I didn't think I'd be any good, or I couldn't read music, or, there's just a lot of silly stuff, But I kind of started to develop an interest in it. It just seemed kind of thrilling to be able to play an instrument, So I was talking to my grandfather about it, and he just out of the blue suggested, why don't you play clarinet? Or he says, I think you'd have a lot of fun playing a clarinet, And I said, well, I think you're right. So he bought me a clarinet, and I started practicing. I got this new instrument, and I thought, it wasn't this one, but it was, I thought, this is amazing, this instrument, I really started playing it every day. So when I realized I could actually start playing a song was about a month later. And I was at my grandparents' house. My mom and dad had gone out to dinner. And I was sitting there just kind of, moving my fingers, and I could hear the song in my head, I'll Be With You in Apple Blossom Time, because I had been a fan of the Abbott and Costello movies from the early 40s. And the first 3 movies they made featured the Andrews Sisters, and that song was a big hit for them. So I could hear the melody in my head, and I was just kind of playing, And suddenly I realized I could move my fingers, and I started kind of just feeling around, and I realized I could play the song. So I just tried a little bit more. I was like, wow. So I lit up, I said, hey, guys, check this out. So I played them, They were kind of, wow, And then my mom and dad came home. I said, Mom, Dad, check this out. So I played it, And that was how I don't want to say I realized, but I just kind of went with it. And I was like, okay, well, this is the way that you learn music. I just figured that, So, that's when I started learning by ear, and I could hear something and play it. Obviously, in the beginning, it was very slow. It took me a long time. But, I've had many dreams and many hopes about making the big time, and I still do. Every one of my dreams has come true so far. And, I just thank the Lord above that it's happened, because I know He's been watching over me every step of the way.